This week on the Lonnie and Ryan podcast.
Ryan gets to tell us about the dark underbelly of the creator world that most of us don't even like to acknowledge.
And then one day, he just turned on me, and I had no idea why. He lives less than 2 miles away from me. So that was a little unsettling. He advised me that I should probably go to court.
There was one particular post he made that you didn't mention. He called the actual judge that created the protective order. He called that judge out by name.
Hey guys, so this episode is going to be a little bit different than our conventional interview episodes this week. Over the past couple months, I've been dealing with something in my personal life that I was keeping quiet until today. I'm super excited to share this story with you. Buckle up. It's a wild one.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to what is going to be known as the Ryan episode. We don't talk about Ryan. Yeah, this is all about you, buddy. We don't talk about Ryan near enough on this podcast. So today it is all yours, and Ryan gets to tell us about the dark underbelly of the creator world that most of us don't even like to acknowledge.
You guys are going to want to buckle up for this one. Let's crack open a cold one. I've got a bubbly. What flavor is this? This is a coconut pineapple flavor.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody. This is an episode you're not going to want to miss.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun one.
Yes. Let's do it. I'm buckled up.
So,
let's go.
So where do you want to start? You want to like kind of how, who I am? I feel like a lot of people probably that watch this might not even know who the heck I am.
Yeah, because Ryan used to be primarily in the genre in which I operate, or Candace and I operate with shed flips. He was primarily a resale type guy himself, and he still is a reseller.
I am.
He still is,
believe it or not.
But you've shifted what you do social media wise, and I think that's what a lot of people don't know. But they need to understand this for the story.
Right. So if anybody that doesn't know who I am, if you've never seen me before, I used to run a reseller YouTube channel called Thrift Mine. I think I started it about 7 years ago, something like that, and grew it up to fairly good size. And basically we went to yard sales, the classic, reseller channel, yard sales, estate sales, storage units, sold stuff on eBay, showed what we sold and everything like that. And
highly successful. I'll add that in. He's got over 200,000. He's got a play button from it over there over his shoulder.
Yep.
He's got over 200,000 subs, he's got one video that made like $25,000. So don't let him downplay what Thrift Mine is/was.
Yeah. So I ran that channel for quite a few years. Decided to take a step back just because of different life changes. The main one being that I became a dad. We became parents. Excuse me. But yeah, so there was like a window there for a while where I wasn't really making any sort of content. And I missed it. Like I really enjoyed making content. I was kind of lost for a while.
Yep.
Mentally, and just like I knew I wanted to be a content creator still, but I knew that it probably wasn't necessarily going to be Thrift Mine. And again, if you're not subscribed to Thrift Mine, go subscribe. You never know. I might come back someday. It's still there.
You know what's interesting? You know what's interesting about you is you're not like this real big. You don't have like this big, gregarious, super outgoing personality in person, like in real life. Like you're not like, I'm not going to say you're like super shy, but you're not like boom in your face.
I'm very reserved. I'm quiet. Yeah, I'm quiet. And I'm an introvert at heart. Big time introvert.
But when it comes to YouTube, and I thought I kind of was an introvert myself, but I don't, and I think I still am in some cases, but in a lot of me compared to Ryan, Ryan's an introvert. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
Like it's not even close,
Yup.
right? But so there's also something in Ryan. Ryan is a performer at heart. Ryan likes to
True.
perform, and it doesn't fit. That's why YouTube is so awesome for people like us, and for especially like Ryan, because you're an entertainer, but you're not like you feel safe doing it on YouTube. You
Exactly.
know,
Because
like
it's totally separate from the life that you live in your everyday life, the people that you're around every day. And like we've talked about it before too. Like a lot of the people, at least when I first started on YouTube, I think you probably feel the same way. A lot of people that know you in everyday life might not even know that you are a content creator. They have no idea. They have
right.
no idea
Yep.
that you make videos.
Yep. That's true.
It might be a little different with you because you do it full time.
Yeah.
Like, but as a part-time creator, like you can just be like pretty secretive, especially if you're in like a super like, and that's the difference from what I'm in now, which we'll get into. But if you're in like a really, you know, small niche that's like that also has a broad appeal, which I would say reselling kind of falls into that category.
It
You
does.
can,
As niches go, reselling is it's a niche, but it's pretty big. It's broad.
yeah, but like you can like be a big player in that space and still not get recognized, or nobody like
Right.
in your immediate family or around you is gonna like see your videos. Most likely, it's just not gonna happen.
Right. For the
You know,
most part, when we do get recognized often, but it's almost always in the context of where it makes sense.
right?
It's almost always at a garage sale, an estate sale, something like that. Like, but
Hmm.
if we go grocery shopping, for instance, I think
Yeah,
it's happened like once or twice that we've been at just like a random everyday place outside of the context of reselling that we've been recognized.
it's
So
weird
you're
when that happens, isn't it? It's like, oh,
it,
whoa, wasn't expecting that.
right.
Yeah,
Then it's like, then you're like, everybody's watching.
right.
I don't like it
Yeah,
that much.
yeah. It can be freaky a little bit, but anyway, yeah. So I ran Thrift Mine for a while, decided to take a step back, and was kind of searching for what I wanted to do. And, it took me a while to kind of figure it out. It kind of fell in my lap a little bit. Um, I've always been like a huge food fan, but I never really like thought about making content about food necessarily. I think I made like a few like food reviews here and there over the years, but they weren't anything great. They didn't perform well, obviously. So I never really pursued it or anything. But fast forward, so this is like after I kind of slowed down on Thrift Mine for about it probably was like a year window where I was just kind of like,
Yeah.
not doing much. So I was still uploading there, but it was like slowing down. And then fast forward to last spring. It was like last April 2025.
Yep.
Um, Pam and I and little Ryan, we went to England because Pam was born in England. Her dad lives there. So we went to go visit him. And while we were there, I was eating British food and filming sites that we were seeing on our trip. And
So let me interrupt you real quick.
yeah,
When y'all went on that trip and you were filming eating British food in different places, at that point you did not tell yourself, I am now a food vlogger or a
no,
food creator or influencer, or any of that.
right.
It was just
No,
part of
not
your trip.
it was part of my trip, and I was still in like the place of like trying to figure out what the heck I wanted to do with content.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, when I was there and I was filming eating British food and stuff, I'm like, I think this content would kill it if me as an American is here in England
Mm-hmm.
eating their food and posting it on TikTok. If by any chance it gets caught up in some algorithm, I think it would do well. So I just started posting. I went to like McDonald's over there. I went to
Went to a Chinese
KFC,
joint.
the Chinese
Chinese.
place. And I filmed eating like a traditional English breakfast and like
Yeah.
all the super like famous stuff in England, right?
Mhm.
And I started posting while I was there, and it immediately exploded. Like I'm
Yeah.
talking like millions of views instantly.
Yep.
It was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. So we flew to England. I had no like following really. I wasn't even monetized on TikTok at all. I wasn't monetized. And by the time we got home, I was getting millions of views a day. I was monetized on the platform. We were only there a week.
Man.
And it was just blowing up. So I'm like, okay, well, this is fun. And I
I
was
guess that's
excited, right?
right.
Obviously.
And
So
when you left, you had no plans of this being like you were just taking some family vacation videos and you're like,
yeah,
well, I can throw these up here and see what happens, right?
yeah. And
Yeah.
every single video, like even a video that I took of us like in on a walk in the forest, and I made
Yeah.
like a little caption like something like, I don't know, the England that most Americans don't see, because we didn't go to
Oh
London.
yeah.
We kind of went to the outskirts of England, which I thought to myself, I'm like, most Americans don't do this. These people in
Right.
England are going to appreciate this.
And they
Um,
did.
and they did. Like every single video, even if it wasn't food, was just exploding. So, but anyway, so I get home and I'm getting all these views and stuff, and I'm like, well, why can't I just do this here? Why can't I continue this momentum here at home?
Yep.
So that's what I did. I kind of did like a slow transition, and it's not like totally out. I still do some England content, but when I got home, I did like English recipes. I
Yep.
tried like I imported some stuff from England, like snacks and stuff that I kept trying to kind of ride
Some
that
of it
wave.
some of it worked too. Like
Yeah.
the grackle sandwich video happened
Yes.
around that time.
That got like that was like probably like 2 or 3 months after we got home, and that one got like 5 million views or something.
Yeah.
But so anyway, I kind of rode that wave a little bit, and I still have a lot of British followers, and I try to do English video here and there, but I kind of phased out of it and started doing US fast food. That was my next step. Started doing US fast food, just because I figured there was a broad appeal there, right? Like,
Sure.
and it worked. The videos did pretty well. I'm trying to think like kind of the transition. I just kept uploading. That's the other
I,
thing. I'm Go ahead.
I would say, oh, well, I was just going to say, like, well, you go ahead because I think at some point, all stories. You go ahead because I don't want to ruin your
Yeah,
story role you're on.
yeah, no. So I basically, like, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Sorry, dude.
No, it's fine. I made a deal with myself. That's it. I made a deal with myself that I would upload every day, no matter
Mhm.
what. I would upload some form of content, which segues into later on. Fast forward into the year, so I was doing well um, with the American content, still doing a little British content here and there, uploading every single day. So I had this massive backlog of um, videos from the past year. Get to around November of last year, and I'm like, why am I not on Facebook? I,
Yep.
I don't upload to Facebook. People are killing it on Facebook. I want to start Facebook, and I want to grow a huge following there. So I'm
Mhm.
like, well, let's go. I started uploading a bunch of content there, and like I said, I had almost a year's worth of backlogged content that I could just put over on Facebook to grow a following, and that's what I did. I grinded for probably 2 or 3 months before it really took off.
And I
And
would say, I don't know where you're putting it in the story, and
mhm.
I feel like it's the right time to bring it up. But like like you started off like super hot with like
Yeah,
viral, and then you came back and you started doing the content from home, and big fall off, of course, because the other stuff was
oh
so
yeah,
hot. But then you kind of caught fire again, and you kind of found a lane, and then you kind of hit what I would say you hit a slump. there for a while because
A slump. Yeah.
you didn't have direction, man. Like you didn't have
True.
purpose. You didn't have purpose or direction for a while there.
Mm-hmm.
Even within what you were doing, you didn't know where you were headed. You were still kind of like flopping around. I just thought I would say that
Yeah. No.
until you got more into Facebook and the
Mm-hmm.
local thing.
Right, and that's exactly right. So, I was so focused on just uploading every day because I made that deal with myself. Upload every day, upload every day. I did lose my direction a little bit, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
what what am I going to make for content? Like I can only make so much content from Burger King, like what am I going to do? And then I had this epiphany, and I can't even remember what the first one was. But I'm like, why don't I just start trying local spots? Why don't I try like the local pizza joint down the street or the barbecue place across town or whatever, the Mexican place. I'll start reviewing local stuff, see if that sticks. And really started doing that when I started doing Facebook because Facebook is a
Right.
really community knit, like close knit sort of
I feel like
space.
the Facebook algo, I believe, is very, very much location based and
Mm,
influenced by your location.
100%. There's no doubt
So
about it.
yeah,
But yeah, I started doing the local stuff and yeah, and that's a good way of putting it, Lonnie. You said the whole purpose thing. I found doing the local stuff, which by the way, they took off. A lot of the
yeah,
local videos started killing it, getting lots of views, um, helping a lot of businesses, which was incredible,
yep,
more than I could ever imagine. And that gave me a purpose, like right there. It's like, okay, I mean, I can go and make a video at this place 2 towns over. Potentially, if the video, hopefully, like I'll do my best to make sure that the video does well. And if it does, I could potentially like change their world.
yeah.
Um, and
And let me interject again because Ryan will soft play some of this stuff. Like this is like when you see a story about like a food truck or a restaurant or something, and they're slow. Something happens, story comes out, and next thing you know, there's people lined up out on the
mm,
sidewalk trying to get in. That's the kind of effect he's had on some of these places, like where they go from barely getting by to we're selling out a product. We can't keep up with the demand. We got to hire people. That's the kind of level he's talking about. He probably
yep,
won't say it to that effect, but that's what he's doing. That's the kind of change he's bringing to these people.
yeah, and it's really fulfilling. It really means it might. It's probably not true, but I feel like it means more to me than it means to them. Like it really does mean the world to me
That's
that
it's not true.
it's probably not true.
But I understand what you're saying, but there's no way it's true. It's every your one video that, oh well, if this one doesn't perform, I'll drop another one tomorrow, right?
Yeah,
For them, it's everything.
yeah,
It's a
you're
little
right.
glimmer of hope, or it's everything they've worked for. So
Yeah,
yeah, but I know what you're saying. It matters a
right.
lot to you. Yeah, it does.
It does. Yeah, but so yeah, and oh, that's the other thing too. I started I started reviewing stuff from the local grocery store, and we have this place in New England, well, mostly New Hampshire, Massachusetts, called Market Basket, and it's like the cheapest grocery store. Everybody shops there. It's super famous. Everybody goes there, and they have really good like hot food there. So I started like just reviewing their chicken sandwich or their subs, and those started killing it. And I started doing that last year, so I had backlogged content of that, and that was doing well. But yeah, I know why I thought of that though. I know why I thought of the
The
grocery
mark
store, the Market
it,
Basket stuff.
was that one of the first interactions?
Yeah. I don't
Okay,
know.
well let's. Yeah, I
Should we
think
tell a
now's the time.
story?
Yeah, tell the story, man. This is why we're here. This is what
All right.
we've been leading up to. Is that here's the beginning of the story.
So all of this is kind of resolved now, so I can talk about it. It's never going to be fully resolved, I guess. But yeah. So anyway, when I first started posting on Facebook, I had a handful of people that would comment on every video, right? And really support me just from the start, which is amazing. And most of them are still there with me today. Like they have the little top. Facebook has that little top fan badge.
Top fan,
yeah, which is really cool because you can remember. You know, it shows the people that have been there from the start. And anyway, there was this guy. And this was probably back in. He probably started following me in, I would say, I think like January or February. His name's Tom, and he was he was following me, and he was great. He was a awesome fan. I had no issue with him whatsoever. He was always very positive, and kind. We had maybe like, I can't remember exactly, but we had maybe like a few interactions like way back when he first started following me. Like I would just say stuff like, "Oh, thanks for following, man," or "Thanks for the suggestion." Sometimes he would suggest places for me to go or things to try from Market Basket. That's why I thought to segue into the story from Market Basket. But anyway, he was following me for a while. Everything was great. And then one day he just turned on me. And I had no idea why. I had no issue with him. I never had a negative reaction or a negative interaction with him once.
You're careful, man. You try not to ever have negative reactions or any kind of inflammatory reactions with anyone.
Yeah, no.
Online.
No, not at all. I try to keep everything, cordial, and I'm not looking to fight anybody. Like, that's stupid.
Right. Come on. You want to blow up, man? Want these hands? You want these hands?
Like, dude, I'm just reviewing food here. Like, I'm not gonna fight nobody.
Right.
Like, a lot of people disagree with, some of my ratings, and that's fine. Like, this is something I always say too. When it comes to food is art. Like, do you think food is art?
It can be, sure. Yeah.
I view food as art, and food is subjective. Like what you think is good, I might not think is good.
Sure.
Right? Like there's no such thing as objective food necessarily. There's consensus, I would say, but not, like pure objective food. Anyway, that's a side tangent. So this guy, Tom, one day,
I like how you have a file on this guy, the Tom file here.
I have an evidence folder. So let me pull out the file here. So one day he turned on me, right? And I still have this message here, and I'll just read it point blank what he said. And I can't remember what this post was on. It couldn't have been anything other than just like a food review or something. I can't tell you what it is. I didn't save it. He commented, "Nothing," and he has a top fan badge on here. "Nothing personal. You do what you do, but maybe sometimes you should give a shout out to the people that give you advice and options what to do in your videos. But you seem to be a stuck-up a-hole about that. That's why I don't follow you anymore." I had no idea he unfollowed me. He still has a top fan badge when he's saying this. "And I've seen a few of my recommendations. So, sorry. This guy is not the smartest person. So his, and I'm not being mean here. Buckle up, guys. I'm going to be honest about this guy, what I really think about him. He's not very smart. So if his words sound weird, that's why. And I've seen a few of my recommendations to you. So again, good luck." So what he's referring to there is he would recommend things for me to try at Market Basket, for example. And I had already reviewed them because I had a backlog of content way back, like a year long, that I already reviewed. So after he would suggest stuff, I would post it. Obviously, I didn't mention his name because I didn't know who he was when I recorded it 6 months ago, right?
Because
He
you didn't know
this.
you hadn't met him before. You hadn't met him at that point.
I still haven't met him. I've never met this person in my life.
Yeah.
But anyway, he was mad about that. He thought I was deliberately just taking his recommendations and not giving him credit for it. Which, do I owe anybody credit for like I get I mean, honestly, I'm not trying to be a jerk here. I get recommended stuff all day, every day. I can't I physically can't remember every single person that recommends stuff, and it would be a headache to try to remember everybody's name and shout everybody out. It's impossible. It really is.
So he turned on you because you didn't give him a shout out.
Correct.
Because you followed he thought you followed one of his recommendations and didn't display the correct amount of appreciation.
Correct.
Okay, fair enough.
So
that's where Tom's at. He's in a
that's where Tom's at.
Okay.
This was in March that this post was made that I just read to you. At the time, I didn't know that's why he was mad. I figured it out later on as things transpired. So that's important to understand. Like, I didn't know that's why he was mad at the time. I guess you could have figured it out if you really, but it just seemed weird that that's why he was so mad, right?
It seemed like a one-off comment about the suggestions. It didn't seem like the root problem at the time. I
exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So I replied to him, and this is my only interaction with the guy ever, other than maybe like way back saying thanks or thanks for following, thanks for watching, stuff like that. I said, which recommendations did I do that you gave? A lot of videos I post here are months old, as I've been doing this a long time over on TikTok, and I brought previous videos here to Facebook. I'm not sure what I did to make you angry, but I wish you all the best, man. Appreciate you following along. That was my response. Fine.
How much more reasonable can you be? Yeah.
And then he responded again, you're letting it go to your head already. Don't forget the people that got you here. I'm like, okay, whatever. Just ignored him. Didn't block him.
Wow.
Just let it go. It's like, whatever. So Tom, it's not a big deal.
So Tom is the secret to your success. And now you've left him behind.
Apparently.
You stepped on you climbed the shoulders of Tom, and now you're standing on his head, and you forgot about Tom.
He built the Crazy Dreamers Facebook page, apparently.
Okay. All right. Good job, Tom.
Yeah.
All right.
So anyway, I let it go. A couple months go by. So again, this was in March that happened. Let it go. Whatever.
Did he say anything the next day? Did he delete it or say anything?
So, that's right. He deleted that post. He did. That's right.
And Ryan shows me all this stuff when it happens. Like when he has something crazy, he'll show it to me. And the next day,
which is great.
He deleted it.
Yes.
Because we're figure, he slept it off. We figured he was loaded, got on the computer, said some crazy stuff, slept it off, was embarrassed, and deleted it the next day. That's what we figure, right?
And at the time, I obviously screenshotted that and I sent it to Lonnie, like, look at this psycho, you know?
Right.
But little did I know that screenshot would come in really, really handy down the road. Like, I had no idea. So anyway, we laughed about it, move on, whatever. Months go by. Fast forward to the end of May. It was May 30th. I know this date because I know this date.
It's like your friggin' D-Day. No, it's like your Pearl Harbor or something.
My Pearl Harbor. So, buckle up, guys. I'm just gonna read the whole thing. It's so insane, but I'm just gonna read it. Okay. He leaves this comment on a post. Again, it was on a post. It was on a food review.
It's probably on a post where Ryan just ate a hot dog or something stupid like that.
It was when I went to I think it's when I went to a pizza place or something.
Yeah.
And it's a double comment. So he commented and then replied to his own comment, another comment.
He does that a lot.
He goes, I was gonna say Dead Proof or Messy Mike's, which are two places that I had just reviewed, but we all know where that is. You doing the 5K tomorrow up in Maine? Oh yeah. Shout out the yellow lines in the road. Shout out the black pavement. LOL, yeah. I had to be an a-hole because some people on here don't understand what a real shout out is on people trying to support somebody else, which will never happen again, in parentheses. They're just children. But anyway, I know a few people going up there, especially a child, speaking of running a 5K tomorrow in Maine. Just like endless rambling, right? And then he responds to his own comment about a half an hour later and says, I think you know where I'm going with this. I believe in America. I believe in truth. I believe in supporting other people. Also respect with some of your followers don't understand. And those that oppose that, well, that's another story. And some of your followers are that other story. I'm sorry if I'm a diehard American. They believe in trying to help other people without being harassed. You know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry about what I said before, but when I try to help somebody and then I see my recommendations consistently on their videos to benefit themselves and they don't give a SHIT about the people that recommend it, well, then F you. And sorry to make this so long, and it will be the last. Spoiler, it's not the last. Because I'm sick of seeing your childish friends post this stupid SHIT. I tried to help you, and this is what I get in return. Good luck to you now that you're on your way. So to that, I decided to block him.
Yeah, what else can you do?
What else can I do? Do you think that was the right move, blocking him in that situation? Like, what would you have done there? What would you have done?
I would have blocked him probably the first time around.
Right.
Like usually when you are blocking somebody, you block somebody way too late every time, and I block somebody way too early every time. That's just how our personalities are.
That's true.
Whenever Ryan blocks you, you deserve to be blocked a long time before. I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I try to be tolerant, and like I've had situations before where somebody's made a mean comment. This actually happened probably a month or two ago. Somebody made like kind of a jerk comment. I don't think it was anything too bad, but I answered in a really nice way. And the next day, and the person was like, "Oh, sorry about that. I got a little too drunk last night. I apologize. That won't happen again." Yeah,
that happens a lot whenever I've like replied to mean comments, like just a normal way and not like I try and take it down a notch. Right. So many times they reply back like they're embarrassed that they even made the comment.
Exactly.
It's really pretty strange. That's why I try not to take any of that stuff too serious, man.
Yeah, because neither do I. Like, I try not to take anything personal, and I'll respond nicely. And if it ends up with them being like, you know what, sorry about that, like we're cool, and they end up following, then great. I have no issue with that, and that's the outcome I want to achieve every time, which is why I probably don't block people right away.
Right.
But so anyway, I ended up blocking this guy, and that opened a can of worms, to say the least. So immediately after blocking him, he started posting on his personal page. And again, this guy is not the smartest person in the world. So he posts on his personal Facebook profile, everything public. Like, I'm not friends with the guy, but I can see every single post he makes because he has his settings to public.
I could see it too, and I have nothing to do with the guy.
Yep. So he immediately just starts posting these long ramblings. I'm not going to read them because it's just the same old stuff. These long ramblings about me.
Pick one or something.
Okay, this is the first one. And by the way, he cannot type in lowercase. No, it's all caps all the time. All caps all the time.
Yep.
So it goes, I just called out this guy called Ryan from Crazy Dreamers. I tried to help him in the past, and all his friends does. Man, I'm trying to correct his incorrect grammar while I read, but I'm just going to read it how he wrote it. I tried to help him in the past, and all his friends did was harassed me, and I called him out tonight, and all of a sudden, he deleted me from all his channels because, like I said, before. He is a stuck-up a-hole, and I apologize for that. But now I don't believe. But now I don't. So he doesn't use punctuation either. So you got to kind of figure out where that is.
He's
but
not
now
smart.
I don't. Right? He's not smart. I believe in truth, God, and reason to help people without consequences like this person has created. He couldn't face the truth or facts. He's a fake trying to make money off Facebook. That's all he's doing. Oh, man. Again, this part kills me. Again, typical Democrat trying to silence the truth and grow some effing balls, Junior. You got an effing problem. You got an effing problem with my effing point of view face. What? It didn't delete me. Don't hide it like an effing coward. Face it. The problem is him and his childish friends know they're in the wrong and they delete you. Prove me wrong, Ryan. I'll wait.
What the? Oh, yeah. Okay. Prove me wrong. I'll wait. Okay.
Bet.
Man, that dude. And you know what's so crazy about that? Like
what?
The fact that your only interaction with the guy was that reply to that last comment you read.
Yes.
And
literally.
And he's still so mad about these shout outs. Like that's all this is him being mad about not getting a shout out.
Right.
That's all this is, dude.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I initially didn't know what he was mad at, even though he kind of did like allude to it originally. I didn't know he was that mad about it until these things came through, because that's what he kept touching on. So it's like, okay, well, obviously he's mad about the shout outs.
Oh, and then he's also mad about how you got all your friends to harass him too.
Which I don't even know what he's talking about there. Right, I have no idea. Right. But yeah, I mean, he kept posting. Anybody out there that has a problem with me calling out Ryan from Crazy Dream is F off, delete me from profile. He's a effing fake. He's just out there to make money off his profile. He deleted me because I called him out. He's an effing P word.
So, but he still hasn't done anything. Like he's been really aggressive. He's been a jerk, not a nice person.
Like all of this stuff it's crazy, but I mean, like, whatever.
You can do it. You can do it, right?
I can deal with it.
And he's not like breaking the law or anything. He's just saying that Ryan guy is really bad guy. Me no like him. That's what.
Here's another one. Sorry for anyone I know that knows who Ryan from Crazy Dream is. Crazy Dream. I'm reporting him. He's an effing loser. He can't deal. By the way, this is all caps. He can't deal with the consequences of somebody calling him out. He just had to delete me and eliminate me. He's just how to make money off Facebook, and that's not right. The story goes beyond for you people. No, but he is a fake, is able to make money, and he deleted me because I called him out. Him and his funds harassed me online, and I need to adjust that to Facebook.
His version of being harassed is when Ryan hit block.
Right.
That's what he is calling being harassed, is because you blocked him. So he's going to report you. He was threatening to report you to Facebook for blocking him.
Yep.
Okay. So just want to make sure we're on the same page.
Yeah, we're on the same page. That's pretty much what has gone down thus far.
Okay, so you harassed him by blocking him.
Correct.
So now that you blocked him, it's all over. So we're only 38 minutes in. What else have we got to talk about today?
Quite a bit. Buckle up.
Okay. All right.
So of course it didn't stop there. He proceeded to go on Instagram and find me on Instagram on a profile that I didn't even know existed. He followed me, like a profile of his that I didn't know existed. He followed me with that account and proceeded to send me direct messages. Now, the thing with Instagram is when somebody sends you a direct message.
Oh, and you know what? You know what I don't think you've explained so far?
What's that?
Is where this guy lives. or were you going to get to that next? I'm sorry.
No, that's important.
I just
probably
know
now is the time to mention that.
Okay. Sorry. I didn't know where you wanted to put that.
No, that's good because I actually did look this up initially when he turned on me. Because again, we talked before that I do a lot of local content. So most of my followers, especially on Facebook, are people from my area.
Yep.
So I'm like, all right, once he turned on me and started to get a little bit aggressive, I'm like, it's probably smart to figure out where this guy lives. And again, he's doing all of this with his full, real, legal name on Facebook.
Right.
Again, not smart, complete moron. So I was able to just look up his name and figure out exactly where he lives. And come to find out, he lives less than 2 miles away from me. So that was a little unsettling. But again, he hadn't done anything so super crazy other than just, calling me names.
Yeah, but it's different when he's right next door. Basically, it's different.
Yeah,
it hits different. If he's down here in Louisiana, you're like, okay, buddy, hop on a plane and come get me.
Right, right. So, yeah. So I knew where he lived before I blocked him, and so yeah, important information to know. Back to where we were. He found me on Instagram and proceeded to direct message me. Now, on Instagram, when somebody who you don't necessarily know or follow, which I didn't follow him, obviously, tries to DM you, it goes into like a requests folder. So the recipient of the messages, which is me, can see the messages, but he can't see that I've seen them.
Right.
Kind of like on Facebook Messenger or like read receipts. If I was to accept the message, he would be able to see that I saw it. So he had no idea that I was reading the messages as they were coming through.
That makes it even better.
I know
that he doesn't. That his ignorance of whether his messages had actually landed or not makes it better for me.
So when he started messaging me, this was, and the timestamp is right here. I'm reading it. 10:11 p.m. was the first message. Getting pretty late into the night, right? And I'm seeing the messages come through, and I'm like, you know what? This guy is so unhinged, as we've seen so far. I'm just going to let it ride, and I'm going to let him dig his hole if that's the hole he wants to dig. So I just sat there and let him message away. And I'll just read the first one and maybe just kind of skim through them here. So the first one was 10:11 p.m. So is that your ticket to delete me and silence me like any typical Democrat? I love the politics stuff. Like, where does that come from?
Right.
You do know by doing that, you just proved that you're an effing coward. Yeah, you heard me. You just proved to me and your friends you are effing cowards, and this will be addressed. Okay, whatever.
Okay, this will be addressed. All right.
All right. You are an effing coward. This is another message. By doing that, and don't forget, very important message right here. And don't forget that I live down the street from you. You are a fake.
He had looked you up too then.
Yeah. So he figured out where I lived.
Yep.
Moving on. Typical rich, stuck-up snob. Now you pissed me off.
Rich Democrat now. All right.
Yep. Now you piss me off. Delete me from everything, but you don't forget. Sorry. It's so hard to read these sometimes. But you piss me off. Delete me from everything, but don't forget, I know where you are. You want to F with me? Oh, because I tried to effing help you, you piece of S.
And he has no idea. Now now you are not responding at all. He's just chain sending these with rage into the ether for he probably is thinking there's probably like a 10% chance you're ever going to read these, I would say.
He probably doesn't think that I'm ever going to see him or I am seeing them at all.
But he's still enraged enough to keep going.
Right. And the messages went from, I have the timestamps right here so you guys can know. The timestamp went from, like I said, 10:11 p.m. all the way till exactly right on the dot 3 a.m.
I remember
This
you were
guy
sending
was
me screenshots all night that night. I remember that. It was
yeah. So
crazy.
I was screenshotting and sending them to you all night. And what did I say, Lonnie?
You said
I said
got him or something. I don't know.
no.
Like
I said he's only digging his hole deeper, bro.
yeah. Oh
He's
yeah.
only
Right.
digging his hole deeper. So I I let him keep going. I'm trying to skim through these and read important ones. Don't worry, this is all being recorded, he said. You effing piss me off now because you're a coward. Uh, just a bunch of insults. I'm recording all of this to report to Facebook. I tried to help you, and this is what it's turned into. Now, he proceeds to give a little tidbit of personal information that I didn't know about him that says, I am a disabled person that was trying to help you, and you and your followers have harassed me. I think I need to address that. That's right. Get used to it. I like everyone else around, but I don't like you.
What?
I'm going to blow, like, each one of these is a new message. I'm going to blow you up. You're an effing piece of S. Go ahead. Delete me from Instagram. I ain't far from you.
I'm going to blow you up. I ain't far from you.
I ain't far from you. Don't forget that.
I'm going to blow you up. I ain't far from you. Don't forget that. And you know, at the time when you were showing me that message, I was thinking, I'm going to blow you up. Oh, bro, you're blowing me up. You know,
Right.
like I thought it was like that. But if you read it, it depends on how you read it. You know,
that's the thing. I don't know the context. Like, this guy is so insane.
well,
I don't
know
know if he actually. Do you think he actually means blow me up? I think so.
Dude, the context was he said, I'm disabled. And then we can only assume it's some kind of mental instability based on his activity before that. It's a mental disability.
Correct.
I'm going to blow you up. I live nearby. Don't forget. I'm disabled. I'm going to blow you up. I live nearby. Don't forget. That's what we have so far.
Yep. Exactly. So I'm reading all of this and I'm like, wow.
I was worried, man. And I know you were at that point.
I was too.
Like,
I was
legitimately worried. I know.
I could not sleep this night. I was up all night. I was up
probably
the entire
had your
night.
gun. You probably had your gun sitting in front of you
by
the computer reading. You know, I can picture it.
Yeah, I didn't. I just kept refreshing his messages because, like I said, they were coming through all night, and I couldn't sleep. I had to make sure that he didn't say anything super crazy, like I'm on my way over, like something like that,
or show up at your house,
or that.
You're probably watching the doors and the cameras, and
Oh yeah, I made sure that all the doors were locked, and
it's terrorism, dude.
It is. So again, he goes on. Those are probably the worst of the messages. He goes on, more insults. He says that he's gonna bring this to the local police department.
There were some more threatening ones though, weren't there?
And
I know he said, "I'm going to blow you up." I'm going to
blow you up. That one. Those were probably the worst ones, I would say. Should I report this as harassment from your friends? You're just going to open this up and let people see how much of an effing loser you are. Up to you, kiddo. I'm putting this all on Facebook. That's right. You want to be a stupid Democrat. That's what. Oh man.
It's so much.
Oh, okay. Another important message that he sent. That's right. I'm effing crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That was an important one.
And because all of those threats, he kept reminding you all night how close he was too.
Yes. Yep. Be a man, reinstate my comment. Be a man, reinstate my comment before I contact Facebook for harassment and bullying on your site. I'm going to bring this to the police. And again, I have not interacted at all. I didn't even accept the messages, even though I could see them. I didn't accept them. He didn't know I could see them. So obviously I screenshotted all of them. That's pretty much the bulk of them. And the next morning, and I remember I was texting you throughout the night. and we both agreed like I should probably bring this to the cops, right?
Yep. Because of the guy's proximity to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the next morning I woke up after getting very little sleep, and I immediately drove over. It was super early. It was like probably 7 a.m. Drove over to the police department, and there happened to be just an officer outside in his car. Kind of lucked out, and went over and I showed him everything, and he's reading through it, and he's just kind of laughing. He's like, "Wow, this guy's a psycho." And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "What can we do about this?" And look, I mean, obviously, I support the police officer's decision and everything, but he basically said that there was nothing he can do because it's on the internet. There was nothing they could really do about it. That
Yeah.
was his
That's
explanation to
bogus.
me.
That sounds
I don't.
bogus.
It sounds bogus to me too. Again, I support the police. I support the local police,
Eh,
especially.
I, dude, like this, it sounds like one of those situations where, they'd show a neighbor after something horrible happens and, oh, nobody
Yeah,
saw it coming. It's like
yeah,
every time I've ever had to try to report something similar to this to the police, I know you have too.
hmm
Um, it's never been that great of an experience. Although your experience wasn't bad this time, wouldn't say it wasn't a
No,
complete. He didn't
well,
slam the door in your face or anything.
no, he definitely like read through everything, and he did give me some advice. He said that he couldn't do anything for whatever reason, whether that's true or not. I don't know. I don't know the laws. Um, but he advised me. This was on Sunday, or it might have been Saturday or Sunday. It was a weekend anyway. He advised me that I should probably go to court and try to get a restraining order based off of the information that I showed him. He was like,
Mhm.
You probably have the basis to do so. I'm like, okay, I understand. I'll go do that.
Like a protective order, basically.
Yeah, like it's called a in the state of New Hampshire, it's called a stalking protective order or something like that. I can't remember the exact terminology for it, but it's for these exact situations like this where somebody is like harassing you digitally or in real life too. I think, of course,
Mhm.
but that's what it's for, is situations like this. So I was like, okay. So the next day, um, I ended up going to court and requested a restraining order. And I gave them all I had to do. I didn't have to give them, surprisingly, any of the information. I just had to provide a written statement. And basically, what I did is just told them exactly what I just told you guys, the really threatening messages. I made sure to document and then say in my statement that I had the evidence to back it up. And
So
obviously,
it's
you
like
have to.
so it's like a sworn affidavit.
It
You're
is
under
like
like you're under oath kind of thing almost.
I
Right.
had to swear under oath for them to like notarize it,
Okay.
and such. So after I did that, they sent the written statement directly to a judge. Like right after I signed it and got it notarized, it went directly to a judge immediately, and I just waited there. And obviously, the judge granted my request. Now, the request is only a temporary order. So it's only good for about 30 days. I think mine was a little less than 30 days just because of when they set the final permanent final hearing. But I would have to go to court for an actual hearing to get it
Mhm.
extended longer than 30 days or whatever it was. But the cool thing is, immediately after the judge grants this, now you would think that this would be totally over, right? Like, okay, everything would stop, right?
With any rational person, that would be, oh wow, okay, that's the wake up call I needed. I went too far.
hmm
Uh, sorry, I'm sorry, it got way out of hand. I give. I'm sorry. I'm yeah. That's what you do, right?
But that's not what happened. Um, he proceeded. So, what happens when a judge grants a temporary protective order on somebody is a copy of the order is immediately taken by a state police officer. At least this is how it happens in New Hampshire, directly to his house.
He got served. He got served
He got
immediately.
served within a half an hour of me being granted that order, which was incredible. It was the best feeling ever. It's like, got him.
That's all you really ever wanted.
Yes.
From the cops was the door knock and him going, "Oh, I wasn't expecting anybody. Who could that be?" Peeping out the window and seeing the cops at his door, and then crapping his pants.
Yeah.
Which that might come into play later, but yeah, keep going.
Right. So anyway, the order served, whatever. At least I just assumed it was. Like, I don't get a notification when he got
you need to give some of the details about what was in the order as well.
Oh, that's right.
Because there was one really surprising detail that was in this court order that I was really shocked about. Are you looking for it?
Yeah, I don't know if I have it right here with me. I might need to take a break here. Oh, wait.
Okay.
Hold on. I think I got it. Right here. I got it.
All right, cool.
I had it in my trusty evidence folder.
Dude, that looks like a prop for a cheesy stage play or something at a high school. I found the evidence, guys.
I found it.
It's in this folder that says evidence on it.
As you can see right here, it says the State of New Hampshire Judicial Branch.
Pick it up a little bit.
I just want to hide some of the stuff. Gotcha. I don't know what I need to redact here, but it says stalking temporary order of protection right here. And it's notarized and everything. This is directly from the judge. This is the copy that they gave me, and that they also served to him. So it has a copy of my written statement and everything, which he got. So he was able to see exactly what I wrote, which is important because if he wanted to contest it and call a hearing to contest it prior to the final hearing, he could. But and also it's important for the final hearing because he would need to bring his evidence if he wanted to show up for court for the final hearing if he wanted to contest it. But anyway,
what evidence would that be? See, this is where he blocked me. I rest my case. The defense rests.
So anyway, this court has found evidence by the order. So I'll just read some of the things that they granted in this. The above defendant is restrained from committing further acts of stalking or acts of abuse or threats of abuse. The defendant shall not follow the plaintiff or appear in proximity to the residence, place of employment, or school of the plaintiff, or follow or appear at any place where the plaintiff may be. And the defendant is prohibited from coming within 300 feet of the plaintiff. So that's very important, obviously. These are all the temporary orders. So I think that was like the overview. And then it has like a checklist of stuff. The defendant shall not stalk or abuse the plaintiff. The defendant shall not, I just read those ones. The defendant shall not have any contact with the plaintiff or whether it be in person or through third persons, including but not limited to telephone, letters, fax, texting. Imagine him faxing me.
I actually can.
Does anybody?
Dude, yeah, that would be the creepiest troll ever. If you found out somebody had a fax machine that nobody else really knew about, they just had a fax machine on a landline for years, or maybe at their work, right? Maybe at their work they have to use one occasionally,
right?
And then all of a sudden the threat gets faxed to them. Oh my gosh,
that would be wild.
Mm-hmm.
Fax, texting, social media, email, sending delivery or gifts by the method of unspecifically authorized by the court.
This right, like that, that's for like, like the man sends the woman flowers to try to make up for beating her up or whatever, right?
Right. Yeah, a lot of this paperwork, you can tell it's like, it's geared for like domestic stuff like that.
Right.
The defendant shall not enter the premises of where the plaintiff resides, and the defendant.
Just in case, Ryan, is there a point in your house where I can come into your house and be 300 feet away from you
No.
if we're both in your house. So I guess
No.
they put that in there just in case you had a really, really big house.
Right.
They must have read the one where he called you a rich Democrat. His house might be bigger, more than 300 feet long. We better make it can't come inside.
We got to cover that one. The defendant shall not contact the plaintiff at his place of employment, school, or anywhere, yada, yada. We said that already. Shall not abuse the plaintiff's relatives, including children. Very important. The defendant shall not take, convert, or damage any property. Very important as well.
That's kind of the law anyways.
Right. Right. Now, very important one. Very important one. The defendant shall relinquish to a peace officer all firearms and ammunition in his or her control, ownership, or possession, or in the possession of any person on behalf of the defendant. And the defendant is prohibited from purchasing or obtaining any firearms or ammunition during the pendency of this order.
So you got his Second Amendment. You got his Second Amendment. You got his constitutional Second Amendment right stripped from him.
I'll take that one and that one. Can I have those two?
Oh, and the first. You got the first and the second.
Got him.
First and second. Just two of the original of the Bill of Rights, though.
Only two. That's all I ask. Just the first two, if that's okay, Tom.
Yeah, he still doesn't have to quarter troops. Is that what they call it? Quartering. You still don't have to quarter foreign troops.
You have the right to protest, bro. Like, all I'm asking for is for the First and Second Amendment. That's all I need. Okay.
Yeah, and you got them.
And finally, the defendant shall relinquish all concealed weapons permits and hunting licenses. So, where are we at? We are at a temporary order, right? So this was given directly to Tom. Police officer knocked on his door. Here you go, Tom. You're being served, man. And he would probably naturally just stop there, right?
Yeah, he probably went and watched some Sanford and Son after that.
Wrong. Wrong.
What did old Tom do this time?
So immediately after getting served papers, he logs into Facebook.
Of course, that's what Tom does.
And he goes, that guy, Ryan, lists my full name, lists my first and last name now, because he has it in
just got
order.
Served. Just got served. Papers are still hot. They're still hot from the copier.
Right. From Crazy Dreamers has made a big mistake today. It was all said and done. Apparently, he has to keep on going. Typical Democrat. His followers harassed me, and I got served papers. Typical effing loser. I don't care how much money he has. That's the thing I've learned. It doesn't matter who you are or how much money you have. You can still be an S-bag loser.
Hey, Ryan, you know what? This dude has referred several times to how much money you have.
I don't know why.
Are you a billionaire, bro? Like, if you're a billionaire and I haven't known all this time, you need to break me off a little bit, man, if you're a billionaire.
I mean, I would if I had it. Trust me, bro.
And look, I don't want to go too far down the whole political path, okay? That's not what we do here. But all I'm going to say, when's the last time you saw a Democrat with an American flag on their wall?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
It's a good question.
Okay, that's all I'm going to say about that.
But anyways, so he continues to post, right?
Look at Ryan's exhibit. It's like the senators. I told Ryan when he was going, because you were talking about having to go back for the second hearing. I'm like, dude, you need to bring some of the big posts. You need to get some of those big poster boards made up. like the congressmen do for those hearings, and they have their aides putting it up on the tripod behind them with the stats or whatever.
Yeah. Put it right up in front of the judge.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, so this is a reply to one of his posts. I don't know who he was replying to. It's just I screenshotted it for context.
Most of the time he was replying to himself because nobody was talking to the guy.
True.
So like, as a matter of fact, I'm sorry, I'll stop.
That's fine.
One of the posts he made about you, the only reply I ever saw to any of it was one of his family members telling him he's pilled up again and he needs to get off of Facebook.
Yeah.
That's what one of his own relatives told him, he was pilled up again.
Mm-hmm. So
and
that
nobody else, no friends or family.
Seeing that was a little bit
right.
And that was the good thing about monitoring these messages, and which we'll get into a little more of that, is we were able to kind of figure out a lot of personal information about him. So that pill comment, obviously he's on probably a lot of drugs, which warrants this behavior probably. Well, it doesn't warrant, but it doesn't warrant this behavior. That was the wrong word.
But judge, hang on a second. I was drunk. Oh, okay. Oh. You should have told
Throw
me.
it out. Explain some of this behavior, not warrants. That was the wrong word.
Yeah.
But anyway, continuing, he said, yeah, it sucks because I tried to help the kid out. I just gave him a bunch of referrals. So again, he's going on about this thing that he's been going on about forever. He used them in his videos, never gave me a shout out. I called him out, and now there's 2 followers, which I have their names, and they harass and rag on me in typical trying to help this guy. And like I said, typical effing loser Democrats. And when the cops showed up today and served me papers because I told them I'm going to find them, I know where he is, but that's okay. Good things come to those who wait. So that's just like a rambling.
Yeah, but it was still another threat. I know where you live. Good things come to those who wait. I know where you live.
After getting served papers, man.
Right after.
After getting served papers.
It was within 15 minutes, too.
Yep.
It was quick.
So when that happened,
he kept
going. He kept going, but after those posts were made, I immediately called the police because I'm like, this is a violation of the order, blatantly. I mean, wouldn't you say?
Yeah,
especially where he named my full name, like first and last name, in the post.
Good things come to those who wait. I know where you live.
To those who wait. I know where you live. So he was still going. So I immediately called the cops. I'm like, look, I just had papers served to this guy, and he's already posting about me. And they're like, okay, we'll be right over. So the cops come over, and they're like, can we see the restraining order? So I literally gave them the paper that I was just showing you guys. There was like 3 cops came to my house for this, by the way, and they're looking it over.
This was interdepartmental too, because it was 2 towns that he lived close by, but it was over on the other side. So you have your police department and then the neighboring town's police department, which happened to get in cahoots with this, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So they were like talking to each other, and they're looking through the paperwork, and I'm showing on my phone the posts that he made about me. And they're kind of standing there just flipping through the papers. And I'm like, so what do you guys think? And the cop goes, yeah, I think he's in violation. And then they were like, it's funny. He just called his local police department right when at the same time you called us. I'm like, really? Why? And they were like, oh, well, he was wondering what the papers that he got served were about. I'm like, what's he? What? How does he not know what they're about?
He probably can't read, bro.
Probably not.
Based on what you were trying to read from him earlier, like he probably cannot read.
Right. So anyway, the cops are like, all right, we're probably just gonna go arrest him because he seems to be in violation. I'm like, okay, great. I'm like, can you let me know what happens? And they're like, yeah, we'll give you a call. I'm like, okay, cool. So about, I don't know, 45 minutes goes by. And somebody at the department calls me, And they're like, yeah, we just wanted to let you know that we had our prosecutor look at the paperwork and what was said, and we can't really arrest him for it because it didn't explicitly say in the order that um, he can't talk about you publicly. I'm like, all right, well, he kind of made a threat in the post as well. And they're like, yeah, but it's kind of a gray area, and there just wasn't really enough evidence to arrest. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah.
There's nothing else. I can't argue with them. So I'm like, whatever. It is what it is. If that's the way you feel, then fine.
Well, it's the cops not wanting to get involved again. There's 2 door knocks, by the way, with this guy.
Right.
One of them after the protective warrant order had been served.
Yeah. So I think they obviously did go over there, even though they didn't arrest him, because he took that post down immediately. And then he posted after that. I had to delete a comment I put up. I guess freedom of speech these days just doesn't exist. And
not for you, buddy.
For that, I have to say, you know what, Tom? It doesn't, because I took it from you, bro. But anyway, he said, all I'm saying is I thought it was said and done, but today somebody made a bad move. Why is it when, and this is after the cops showed up.
What is wrong with this guy, bro? It's like he's trying so hard to go to jail. I know where you live.
Why is it when somebody tries to help somebody and their followers harass, yada, yada, yada? It's the same stuff over and over again. I'm not going to go through it. But then he said, I'm the one being harassed. He said, sorry, I'll just read it. His followers harass and rag on you again and again. And when you're the one that gets served papers, show up in court for stalking and harassment. What has this country come to? You know what? It's a bunch of effing P words. I'm the one being harassed and bullied, but I'm not surprised in the state of New Hampshire, Democratic judges.
Here we go. Talk about the judge. Blame it on the judge now.
Yep.
So now it's over. Now it's over.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
It's still going. So let me just see here. I'm trying to scan. Just the same stuff over and over.
Tom is so hooked on Facebook, dude. He cannot stop.
He needs his Facebook taken away from him.
He does.
So here's another post he made. I got served papers from this effing a-hole today to show up in court because he said I was stalking him. I'm not stalking anybody. I gave him a piece of my mind. Has followers have harassed me and rag on me. I should be the one filling paperwork on him, but whatever. Will come again. And here's another one. This is crazy, man. Like, I can't believe they didn't arrest him.
I know.
And trust me,
we're going to find out why in a minute, though.
Yeah. And trust me, when this is over, as far as the court situation, this kid's going to effing regret it. I let it go.
What is wrong with him?
This is all public, dude. After getting served papers. Like, it's so mind-blowing.
You're going to regret it.
I thought it was set and done, but he keeps bringing it up, and that means consequences. I have nothing to lose.
Oh, my God. That's nuts.
Isn't that crazy?
I believe him, though. I believe he doesn't have a damn thing to lose. And that was what worried you from the get-go.
Right. The reason why I'm so pissed about the situation is because it was said and done. It was a stupid dispute online. It wasn't a dispute at all. I just blocked him. And this guy took it further because I gave him a piece of my effing mind. Trust me, but now I have to pay for a private aid to bring me to court. He's financially getting in my way, but that's okay. Everything will work out. So we find out that he's here's the thing.
Yeah.
He was talking about the private aid thing. Didn't know what that meant. And I don't have it saved because I didn't this packet is literally what I brought to court. It was the most important stuff that I wanted to bring to the judge. So I don't have every single message that I had saved, but in some of his correspondence with other people during this tirade after getting served papers, he admitted to the fact that he is actually in a wheelchair.
Yeah, he's wheelchair bound. He can't
he's
walk.
he's wheelchair bound. Yeah. And I had absolutely no idea, obviously, because I've never seen the guy or met the guy or anything like that. And let me just see if I have the post where he talked about it real quick. What's the timestamp?
There was a post he made though where he said, "I'm in a chair. I can't hurt nobody," or something like that. He finally made that post.
He did.
I can't do nothing. I'm in a wheelchair.
Right. He used the wheelchair thing as an excuse to kind of, what's the word? Downplay his behavior, I guess, in a way.
Yeah.
And he even
like it's almost like he was aiming a gun at you and I'm going to shoot you. And they're like, oh, it's a water gun. It was just a water gun.
Right.
I can't really shoot you.
And he said, like, back in the posts of his DMs where he messaged me, and he also alluded to that, saying that I'm a disabled person, that I was trying to help you. So he's kind of like using that as like a victim thing. And honestly, once I found out, like I said, we were kind of like monitoring his posts in this time. So we found out like additional information about him. And the wheelchair thing was another one. Once I found out that he was in a wheelchair, obviously I was a little bit less worried. Not totally. Like I was still scared.
He could have been lying.
He could have been lying, of course.
I didn't think he was though, because as soon as he said disabled, I was like, okay, well, it's a coin flip that he can walk or not. Because even though he was mentally disabled, I don't think he would have admitted that.
Right.
So it was kind of in the back of my mind.
Oh, absolutely.
And then it made sense to why the cops didn't arrest him, right?
Exactly. So that kind of lined up. It's like, okay, so the cops probably were over there and they're like, dude, we don't want to go get the van to bring him to jail, and like he's not going to do anything anyway, probably. So that was their reasoning there. They couldn't tell me that, but
right. They didn't want to be on record. They didn't want to get on a recorded line with you and refuse to do something they're lawfully supposed to do because the guy's in a wheelchair. They don't. And yeah, dude, like it's just, I get it, dude. If I was a cop in that spot, I'm probably going to do the same. I'm going to do everything I can not to arrest that guy in the wheelchair. I'll be honest. If I'm the cop.
Oh yeah. 100%. It makes total sense. But that's what he's talking about when he said he's going to have to pay for a private aid to bring me to court, stuff like that, because he can't fit. Right. Good. He can't physically do it. I'm going to be totally honest. And this might be a little controversial, and I don't care.
It's not.
When I found out that he was disabled, it made me want to go harder. It made me want to absolutely make sure that I go to court for the final hearing, because, by the way, it was totally optional. If I didn't go to the final hearing, the case would just be dropped and it would be fine. And honestly, probably would have been fine if I did that, but I'm not taking any chances, first of all. Second of all, I want to make this guy pay, because the way I see it is I have a lot of sympathy for people who have disabilities, right? Obviously, I wouldn't wish disabilities on my worst enemy, including him. Like I wouldn't wish any harm on him or anything like that. And that goes for mental disabilities as well. But if you use your disability as an excuse to behave poorly, treat people like trash, and be a disgusting human being, I have absolutely no mercy on you.
Yeah, whether he's in a wheelchair or not, dude, he was trying to cause you and your family to live in sheer terror that he was going to come get you, and he wasn't far away. He had the means and the location to come. Like he was going to come get you, dude.
And then he's going to hide behind the mask that he's disabled as a way to kind of just like, hopefully drum up some sort of empathy.
He never mentioned that until he got served papers.
Exactly. Yep. So that made me want to go harder and make sure that I do that, because look, this is and this is something that I thought about through all of this as well, and why I was kind of excited to follow through with this and really pursue it and make sure that I do the right thing for a couple of reasons. Number one, I view this as, if I make sure to follow through with this and go the full extent of the law that I have the capability of doing, I will hopefully prevent this from happening to anybody
Mm-hmm.
else. Because if he does it to me, he's undoubtedly probably done it
Yep.
to other people or would do it to people in the future.
Look,
So if
y'all. Let me tell y'all. Ryan and I have experience with, like, this is 5 years ago or more. Same exact guy. These guys are serious. These guys don't do it to just one person. Ryan and I had the same exact guy terrorize both of us.
Yep.
Individually, separately,
Years ago.
not years ago. He went harder after Ryan, but he came after me too. So if you see somebody acting like this with one person, you're absolutely right, Ryan. You
Yep.
are not the only one. You haven't been the only one, and you won't be the only one unless you maybe shut the guy down, which is what you're doing. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why I wanted to go after him and make sure that I did, because I want to not only protect my family first and foremost, but I was viewing it as potentially protecting other people, because
Sure.
now he's probably going to think twice about doing this sort of thing. And I mean, that's just,
there's another component too. That night he was doing all that, you stayed up all night.
mm-hmm.
You spent days working on your case.
Yep.
Because you were representing yourself in court. It wasn't a jury trial or anything, but you were pleading your case to a judge. So you acted as an attorney for yourself, basically, at court. That's a big deal.
It is.
And it's stressful, get taken off of work, going to court. You took off of work early at least twice that I know of. And then you had your family was in fear. You were especially in fear. So yeah, dude, all this inconvenience and terror that you went through and time spent, I don't blame you for wanting to put this guy through whatever inconvenience, even if you're not going to get him locked up, at least you can inconvenience him as much as possible.
That was my goal. And especially when I saw him try to hide behind the disability thing, that ain't going to fly with me, man, because I see that a lot, especially in this world. And I think it's a huge problem. And this is like my other component. And is it going to make a huge difference or any difference on society as a whole? No, but it's like what I believe. I see today in this world so many people acting like absolute trash humans and hiding behind disabilities, mental problems in order to justify the way that they act. And that drives me insane, because there's actually nice people out there that are disabled, that mean well, that might get labeled like what's the saying? If you don't call out your bad actors, you will be defined by them. Right?
Yeah, I've heard that.
So so like that's the way I see it, man, is like that sort of thing. It drives me crazy, man. You like, if you have a disability, whether it be mental or physical, it is not an excuse to treat somebody or harass somebody or scare somebody and treat them like trash. It's just not. It's absolutely not.
You could tell that the guy, I also feel a lot of pity for the guy, even like I don't feel.
Yeah, like I said at the beginning, I would not wish a disability on anyone, including him. And I understand that probably the reason he acts the way he is because his life sucks because of his disability, and that's sad. But I think a better use of your time or who you are as a person and purpose. We're talking about purpose at the beginning of this, is and it's much more admirable, is overcoming those challenges, overcoming those disabilities and issues that you might have, instead of using them as a mask or an excuse to just be a terrible person, So
Absolutely, man.
I don't
And
know. That's a little bit like the deep side of this, but that's just I'm just telling how I felt through the whole thing.
you know what else she did there too, probably to some extent, is Tom was Tom, and Tom did some bad stuff on the internet, and
Hmm.
he ended up being a clown, just on a bunch of back pills, right, or
Right.
whatever it is. But whenever you went to the cops and you got that court order and you got that judgment against that guy, didn't it feel like you were striking back at everybody that was ever mean to you online when you did
Hmm.
that? Did you
Yeah.
see like it's almost you know how they make these rooms that are like
Oh, like
smash rooms
the rage
where
rooms. Yeah.
yeah, rage room where people
Y-
go in with the bat and
Yeah.
just like beat the crap out of everything in there and just let it all like it's almost like you let all that like we
Yeah.
all because as creators we all have these situations that come up and some
100%,
of
dude.
it some of it's just natural stuff and then some of it's really weird and
Hmm.
we go through a lot, man, like and we don't normally talk about it too because we're worried that'll make it like happen more, right?
This was definitely an outlet to get all of that out for sure. It
were
felt
you
friggin' amazing.
were you hesitant to talk about it on the show tonight, like did because you had to think about it, you had to
A
think
little
about
bit.
should I talk about it or not?
A little bit. I was a little hesitant about it, but I think a lot of people would hopefully they found the story interesting. And by the way, I did go to the final court. I'll just finish the story up,
Oh
wrap it up
yeah.
real quick. I went to the final court hearing. It was very quick. The judge didn't even necessarily look at any of the evidence that I had presented. She just made me swear that what I stated in my original statement was true, and I said yes. And then I said he's still been posting despite the order. And she was like, "Well, you realize you can contact the police department if you feel unsafe." I'm like, "I did that, but they told me that there wasn't any means to arrest him based on a stipulation." And she was like rolling her eyes the whole time. Basically, she was telling me that he should have been arrested, but it is what it is.
Right.
Um,
You
so
know, there
anyway, it
was
was very quick.
dude, there was one, when he finally stopped though,
When
is there was one particular post he made that you didn't mention where he complained about he called the actual judge
Yeah.
that created the protective order. He called that judge out by name and he referenced some specific case from years ago and talked a bunch of smack about that judge.
Hmm.
And you didn't
I
do
think I do have
anything.
that.
You didn't call or you didn't do anything, but I think that post was his final undoing. I think the judge or the cops saw him post that about the judge
Yep.
and they made one final roll over to his house that you don't know about. And because after that, he deleted everything
Everything.
else. He had deleted everything else and he didn't say another word about any of it
Yep. Yeah,
after
that's
he
right.
made that post about the judge. So I think the judge saw that. I think the cops and didn't one of the bailiffs know you when you
That's right. That's right. So when I went to for the final hearing, this was wild. I went to the final hearing and I'm sitting there in the courtroom. I was the only one in the courtroom. There was nobody else there. Thankfully, I was kind of nervous about that. Like I
wait,
didn't
didn't
want
you
to.
hold the door? Didn't you hold the door for somebody or something? You told me when you went, you had to hold the door for somebody
Oh yeah,
in like
that's right.
shackles.
That's right. When I first got there, there was a case just ending. I opened the door of the courtroom, and there's this guy like in shackles and an orange jumpsuit, and he's like, "Thanks, bro," and he like shuffles by with a cop escorting him. I'm like, "Yeah, no problem,
Dude,
dude." Oh my goodness.
dude, good looking out, man. Dude, that's wild because that's when you know it's like it's real.
Yeah, like
Like
okay,
when
we're in court.
the last guy was in shackles.
Right.
Okay. Where am I at? Am I supposed to be here?
But yeah. So after that, I
I
went and
like how
got.
he thanked you. Thanks, bro.
Thanks,
Did he
bro.
try and fist bump you
No.
from his? No. Oh, okay.
The cop was like right by his side, so I don't think he
Okay.
dared to try. But Yeah, so after I went into the courtroom there, they actually recessed. So I left the courtroom, went back in when it was time for my hearing. And I sat down, and there was 2 bailiffs in there, and it was just me. Thankfully, I didn't want to do this
You
in
didn't
front of
want to
like the
perform. You didn't
public.
want to perform for somebody else. Huh?
Yeah, that was like the only nervous part that I had. But oh, and by the way, he didn't show up for court. I guess that's important too. Tom didn't show up for court at all, obviously. I kind of hoped he would, because it would just be like such a
Oh,
humiliation for him. Like
oh
I
yeah.
hoped, because he's such a moron. I thought he was gonna probably show up based on his posts.
I
But
told you. Remember, I told you, and I believe this. If Tom would have hired an aide to roll him into court that day,
yeah,
Tom would have been thanking somebody for holding the door for him as he got
yeah,
rolled into jail, because
oh yeah,
that dude, he would have said something really stupid, and they would have warned him, and he would have said something stupid again. They would have warned
hmm
him one more time, Tom, one more time, and he would have did it again, and he would have gone to jail. He would have been
yep,
in contempt. You know it. That dude was
100%.
stupid.
I was so hoping he was gonna show, but he
Oh,
didn't.
I was too.
Somebody must have told him that he didn't have to go. But
Yeah. Also, he
anyway,
probably started trying to think, okay, let me work on my defense here.
right.
And then he was like, all right, here's what I'm going to do. He probably started asking Chat GPT. You fed all the information into AI.
You're cooked.
Yeah. You're cooked. Don't show up. This won't go well.
Oh my god.
Sit
So funny.
this one out, Tom. That rich Democrat is going to cook you.
Typical Democrat. No, but anyway, so I'm sitting in the courtroom waiting for the judge to come in. This is before, the judge came, and the bailiffs are in there. And all of a sudden, one of the bailiffs goes, "Hey, you look really familiar. Are you a food reviewer?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." He's like, "Oh, I follow you all the time. I watch all your videos." I'm like, "Oh, thanks, man." So we started talking about food, and
that had to help your nerves a little bit, just to
oh
break
yeah,
the ice, just to have, like, at least your first, like, have you ever been in a spot where you have to go do something, talk, or give a presentation, or
hmm
you're going to talk to a person, or an interview, whatever it is, and you have to drive, say, a half hour to get there, and then maybe you have to walk for 10 minutes after that. Next thing you know, you haven't uttered a word out loud out of your mouth to anybody
right.
in the past hour. So
hmm
you don't want your first words you've said, like, in an hour, to be to the judge, because
Right.
it might come out sounding like you haven't hit puberty yet, or you
Hey,
never
hey,
know. Right.
hey, Your Honor.
You know what I
Hey,
mean?
Your Honor.
Oh, sorry, I'm really nervous and I haven't talked in over an hour. That one came out funny. What can I do for you today, Mr. Lemire? Why are
Well,
you
Your Honor.
You know what I'm saying, though? It helps if
Yeah.
you've already been talking, your voice is kind of lubed up. So
Right.
yeah, and you feel
Yeah,
like
no,
maybe
it
you have
was
a bit of a friend. Maybe that bailiff won't
yes.
handcuff you, or
Right.
something. I don't know why
It
they would.
definitely eased my I wasn't nervous, but I was a little uncomfortable sitting in the court just waiting for a judge to come up to like face you, you know?
Right,
And
right,
like you gotta all rise, you gotta stand up. Like I'm the only one in there. All rise. All is me. Like
right. You're the only guy sitting down. I guess you're
right,
talking to me, huh?
right. So
Everybody else is already standing up. So you could have just asked me, "Hey, will you mind standing up, bro?" All
right.
rise.
Oh, that's what they did. I'm like, oh. But yeah, no, it
You're
was
looking
cool. We were
around
just
like, damn.
chill. We were just we were just chilling for like, I don't know, 5 minutes before the judge came in, talking food, local food and stuff, and it was cool. And I told the bailiff that I'm like, boy, I'm glad you know me, because that eases my nerves a little bit. This is my first time in court. He's like, oh yeah, man, this is awesome.
You know what would have been funny? You know what they probably expect is when they like when you go in there and you're like, yeah, I'm an influencer and I'm being stalked. You know, they probably get that a bunch. And then
Yeah.
whenever they go look at the account of the person that claims they're getting stalked, they're like, oh wow, yeah, I see you have 73 followers. Wow. You know, so it's always probably some question of like, is this
Right.
really an influencer we're dealing with?
Right. I'm sure they looked me up, you know,
Oh, yeah.
like in
I'm
my initial
assuming
statement.
like at that bailiff. So you
Yeah.
interacted with what, maybe 3 people in court that day?
Like 2 bailiffs and the judge, and then like the
So
security people at the entrance. That was it.
okay, so like 1 out of 5 people you interacted with that day knew who you were and followed you and watched your videos.
Yeah.
So the chances of throughout the whole process of you having the cops over, the cops going over to the other guy's house from the other department, the
Yep.
judge, all the other people involved.
Multiple
And
judges. Actually, it was a different judge that did the final order than it was that issued the first order. So 2
so
judges.
so out of
Yeah.
all these people involved, there were at least a few in there that watch you, other
Mhm.
than that bailiff. And that's what I was telling Ryan, is that there's a really good chance that, not just like you and I were sitting here refreshing Tom's feed to see what he was going
Yep.
to do next. There was a really good chance they were doing the same thing, because
100%.
they're probably like caught up in the story of the local celeb getting stalked. It's kind of a deal, right? Like, if
It
there's
probably
nothing else.
was. Yeah, I mean, like if I caught wind of that and I was working in court, I would
Yeah,
probably be following it.
yeah.
100%.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not that crazy interesting, but it's something. And they probably didn't
Right.
have any, like they probably had somebody like doing 45 and a 35 other than that, you
Right.
know.
So anyway, that's the full story. I was issued the final, and it's for a year term. So it's good
Okay.
for a year from the date it was issued. I think I can get it extended next year if I want to. We'll come to that when we get there. I don't know. But
You know what, dude? I might make it a ceremony every year. I might
I was
go to the
thinking that.
bakery. I might go to the bakery
It's
and
Tom Day.
get a Tom cake made,
Two,
and then like post.
a number 2 candle.
Yeah, your
Second.
restraining order is 2 today, Tom. It can almost walk. Your restraining order said its first words today, Tom. You know what your restraining order says? It says you're crazy and you're cooked. It's so
It
cute.
says the third year. Your restraining order learned some new words, Tom. This year it says you still don't have your First or Second Amendment, Tom.
Oh, for your fourth, your
Dada.
for your fourth stalkiversary. Oh man. So yeah, so you can do that every year, dude. You can have a
Yeah.
Tom
Tom-iversary.
Tomiversary. Could get you a cake at oh, you can do a different bakery or a place each time. You can turn it into a review. You know, you could do shout out, Tom. Here's that shout out you wanted.
Oh my gosh.
We're having New
Hilarious.
Hampshire's blah 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 best cake maker blah blah blah. Let me try it. Oh, Tom, I hope you're watching this, Tom. Come try this cake, Tom. This is awesome. You know, like just talk to him the whole time, bro.
Shout out Tom.
Shout out Tom. The guy, I couldn't have done it without any of this without you, Tom. I owe it all to Tom.
Oh man.
Everything I have, I owe to Tom. All my wealth, and all my democratic feelings. Thank you, Tom. So yeah, you know what, Ryan?
That's the story.
You know what,
that's
dude?
the story.
I'm proud of you, man, for
Thanks, man.
because most of us would be cowards and decide to let it go. And we normally do just let stuff go because but it took courage for you to call the cops and to go to that courthouse and to follow through and to go to the courthouse again. And you have the discipline not to do anything stupid yourself and say something off color or off putting back to him that would immediately nullify all the rest of your stuff. And you didn't do any of that. So yeah, well played, man. You did it perfectly.
Thanks, man.
And you know what? It was a great story. And I hope everyone liked it, because you know what I have for the I don't know if it'll be the next episode or not. I've got a story that I'm going to try and top your story with, but I don't know if I don't think it will, but I'm going to try.
All right. There's the teaser.
Yeah. So we're going to have another one of these, but next time it's going to be Lonnie's story time. And we'll see how my story stacks up against Ryan's story.
Can't wait. I'll be ready.
Hey, do you think Tom's watching you right now?
Probably not.
There's dude, there's actually a pretty good chance.
I don't think so.
Okay, so let's just pretend like you don't think he's smart enough to find you here?
Nah.
Let's pretend like he is. Pretend like Tom's watching you right now. What do you want? Is there anything you want to say to Tom?
Gotcha.
I thought you were going to do the turn the other. I wish you no ill will. Blah 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 blah. No. Got him. Gotcha.
FAFO.
That's right. And that's a good place to leave it.
Yep.
Ryan, great story. Thanks a bunch for sharing it with us tonight.
Absolutely, man. That was a good one.
And thanks to every one of you for watching it, especially if you made it this far.
Yes.
And so if you did make it this far, in the comments down below, let's do a shout out Tom down below in the comments.
Yes.
If you made it this far. And thanks a bunch for watching, everyone. We will see y'all again during the next one. Bye.
We'll see you guys. Thanks for watching.